What up, people? Push Wild Black here with Push Wild Black Sports. And Golden State sweeps Cleveland. 108-85. They win game 4. And Kevin Durant gets Finals MVP for the second straight year. Warriors win 3 championships out of 4 years. The dynasty is officially here. And LeBron James has been swept out the finals twice. The game itself, Curry had 37. They started shooting consistently very well. There was a trend in this finals that I saw where the paint wasn't really taken care of. And there's talent level as far as Cleveland and versus Golden State Warriors, yeah. Talent-wise, there's a gap there between the two teams. But at the same time, the effort defensively for Cleveland was bad in some points during the game. LeBron's effort at some points during the game was suspect. And like LeBron James is the greatest talent, the most talented player. I'm not gonna say greatest, not the most talented player I've ever seen. Like I wasn't old enough to see Magic Johnson in his peak years. I wasn't old enough to remember it. He retired when I was 9 years old. The closest thing to Magic Johnson I've ever seen was LeBron James, or is LeBron James. Like, he's that dude athletically. He's that dude skill-wise. I'm not going to sit up and say that he's not a killer and he's not a bum. I'm also not going to sit up and say that he's the greatest ever, because he's not. And that needs the whole LeBron greatest ever thing or LeBron GOAT conversation, that needs to stop now. There's no reason to have that conversation anymore. Like, to me, and I didn't want to do this just yet, but when you get blown out by 22 points, there's really nothing to really talk about here other than the legacy of the Warriors and the legacy of LeBron James. When you go 3 for 6, the GOAT conversation goes away. Statistically, yeah, LeBron James is going to catch, if he hasn't already, he's going to catch and pass Jordan in all the stats. The thing with LeBron James is there's talent level because I'm not a LeBron James hater and I'm not like a super Jordan apologist, okay? Because there were games where Jordan shot horribly. There were games where Jordan had bad games. There were games where he was outplayed, okay? But the problem with the comparisons between LeBron and Jordan is there are sometimes when you watch LeBron play, it just doesn't seem like he's all interested in what's going on. Like, and I saw that in Boston sometimes. Like there were, and I was sick because I didn't really get a chance to talk about it when they were playing Boston. There were times where Cleveland acted like they had home court advantage, and they didn't. And it kind of seemed like tonight, although they kept it kind of close in the first quarter, even though there were a couple of runs. And when Golden State went on a run, it took a lot of energy and a lot of time to come back. It seemed like it seemed like Cleveland was going through the motions. And there was a couple of times where LeBron really wasn't, like, LeBron let Curry sneak off to the corner and not follow him. There was where Curry ended up shooting a three. There was an offensive situation where LeBron on a switch had Curry posted up, and he, instead of backing down or instead of fading away, you passed out to your three-point shooters, and there was a couple passes, and the possession ended up being a missed jumper. See, that type of stuff for the Jordan fans and for the people and for the LeBron haters, that type of stuff, I can't defend that when you do stuff like that. I can't defend when you kind of slack off on defense. And it's not tired. That's effort. There's a difference between being tired and there's a difference between having effort. Tired is you're shooting and you're doing what you do, but the shot is just flat. Or your shot is flat. And you can see that as fault when you shoot, and you can see that in your arms when you shoot, and you can see that like you don't have your legs under you. Like that's not what happened today. What happened today was it seemed everybody on the Warriors side was shooting well, and it seemed like there were moments where defensively they just, as a team, they didn't defend well. The defense has always been skeptical this playoffs. So what does this mean now? There have been a lot of people to try to compare LeBron James to Jordan and say he's the greatest ever. I'm probably going to get into this deeper when I have Mignon Garrett on later at some point, because at some point me and him are going to discuss this, but on air. But we've had these discussions, privately, and we forget about Kobe Bryant being Jordan light, having 5 championships. You know what I'm saying? Because Kobe lost in the finals too. We forget about Kobe. We totally forget about Magic Johnson, who to me is the closest. His LeBron James's career matches Magic Johnson's career. Magic Johnson made it to 9 finals in a 12-year period of going to the finals, going to the conference finals or whatever. And in the 12-year period, he made it to 9 of them. Okay? In those 9 finals, he won 5 of them, lost 4. And he lost against a very good Pistons team, and he was battling with those Celtics teams with Bird and McHale and everybody for years. So losing in the finals, I'm not gonna sit and put LeBron in the not GOAT category because you lost. I put him in the not GOAT category because Jordan saw Magic and Bird, and he saw what he needed to do to surpass Magic and Bird. Magic won 5. I have to win 6. I have to beat Magic in ring totals. Period. Kobe, when he was playing, I have to match what Jordan, I have to match, if not pass, what Jordan did. And then when it became apparent that that's not going to happen, I at least have to win I at least have to beat Shaq in his totals. There's a reason why we're doing this comparison. There's a reason there. So the idea that media, just because statistically LeBron is a beast and he is the best player in the league right now, there's a reason why Jordan is the standard, and it ain't 6-0 in the finals. It's the fact that he won 6 championships. And of wing players, that's who you match yourself as. So it is what it is, man. And what's about to happen in the next couple of years, if they keep this team together, with the Warriors are going to end up winning 5 championships anyway. So what are we talking about in the next couple of years? If the Warriors stay together and they, like, let's say LeBron stays in the East. Because everybody says, okay, if LeBron goes to Philly, which I don't see Philly, I see Philly being competitive. I don't see Philly beating the Warriors. I don't see Boston beating the Warriors with LeBron, and that's stupid anyway. Because what are you going to do with Kyrie Irving then? Either you're going to keep, because the same dynamic is going to be there. You're not like you're either having LeBron for maybe 2 years, 1 year with an option, because that's what he's going to sign if he goes to another team, or you keep Boston as it is. You really don't worry about getting LeBron. You really just not pay attention to rumors, and you go in there again and see what happens. I don't see Boston beating Golden State Warriors. I don't see Philly beating the Golden State Warriors with LeBron. I don't see Boston beating the Golden State Warriors with LeBron. The team that had the best chance without LeBron was Houston. The team that he's rumored to go to is Houston. That they might be able to beat the Warriors again, or they might be able to beat the Warriors next year if he goes to Houston. And really, it wasn't a talent issue with Houston, or it wasn't that the Warriors were remarkably better. It was just the Warriors ran their stuff, and Houston ran their stuff, and Houston didn't break their stuff in regards to situations. Now, if LeBron James goes to Houston, keeping understanding that the team is going to be the same because Chris Paul is trying to get a max deal, and are you going to have Chris Paul being the max player at this age? I don't know. So is Houston going to beat the Warriors? Can anybody beat the Warriors on paper right now, even if you put LeBron on them? So for the next couple of years, Golden State's still the favorite if everybody stays together. And it depends on who else they're going to find, because their bench played considerably well as a unit. Their bench played really well as a unit. So what are we talking about? In the next 2 years, if Golden State wins a title in two titles in 3 years, or 3 titles, and Kevin Durant ends up with like 3 or 4 titles, and Steph ends up with, Steph and Clay and Draymond Green are at 3 titles now. If each of them win 2 or 3 more titles and they have 5 rings, and LeBron continues to lose, who are we talking about now? Because the ring test says that people are better than him, than LeBron. And Steph is an all-time player. Clay is an all-time player. So if they end up winning like 4 or 5 championships when it's all said and done, and these guys are considerably younger than LeBron James, where's the GOAT conversation going to go? See what I'm saying? So the GOAT conversations to me need to end right now. The Warriors look really, really scary, because if this is what we're going to see for the next 2-3 years, and oh, by the way, there's rumors that LeBron James is going to have a conversation with the Warriors, which if that happens, then that just means the East is going to be really, really bad, because there's not going to be a dominant, everybody's going to be young, and you got to wait 2 or 3 years for everybody to grow up. If LeBron goes to the Warriors, which you can put him on the Warriors and he'll do fine, because you can put him, like when Stephen A. Smith dropped that, and now it's kind of, it's kind of in the rumor, the NBA rumor, can't think of the word right now. It's kind of in the NBA rumor mill that LeBron's going to Golden State, or LeBron's going to sit down to go to Golden State. When Stephen A. Smith laid out his case for the whole LeBron to go to Golden State thing, you can his thought of you trade Klay Thompson and you trade Draymond Green to have a big three of Curry, LeBron, and Durant. All you got to do is put LeBron in the role of Draymond Green, because remember, Draymond Green in a lot of cases runs the offense anyway, and sometimes he doesn't want to do that. But if you put LeBron James in a kind of point guard, point forward type of thing, and have Steph kind of roam a little bit, and have have Kevin Durant as the two guard, and they do what they do, then it'll fit, it'll work. They don't need LeBron, but you, like Chris Broussard said, you go to sit down with him, you go to the interview. So, anyway, that's it, man. Like, there's blowouts, there's really nothing to talk about. Nobody really played consistently well with the Cavs today, and everybody was shooting well in the Golden State Warriors. So probably gonna have another video about this in the next couple of days if I can get a guest on here. But yeah, push the wall blackout. Congratulations to the Warriors. That was awesome, even though the second half was kind of boring. Anyway, see y'all later.